Hello, welcome back. First off, this is our 20th episode, friend.
What?
Can you imagine, who could have imagined
It's
coming up
crazy.
with what I thought was a ridiculous idea? Because who wants to hear our asses talk? Turned
Clearly.
into 20 episodes,
Uh-huh.
and now we're on YouTube, and it's growing, and we're continuing to get feedback to get better. And so, cheers to that. But
And
welcome.
YouTube is really new for us.
Yeah, that's
I remember I was in where was I? In DC at the National Harbor and at Christmas. And you were like, "Yeah, friend, I think it's time, the new year we need to get on the camera." And I'm like, me and my nervousness. I'm like,
which
"What?
is crazy.
We're already doing great." And now that we're transitioned over to YouTube and we're growing on YouTube and it's reaching thousands of people, it's just the beginning
Yeah, it is. And
until
YouTube,
somebody
and
picks us up.
and we're definitely being patient because we were
Yeah,
doing really well audio. And then we went to
correct,
YouTube, we had a little decline because
correct.
you have the whole new audience and a whole new way of sharing things.
Yeah,
But shout out to 20th episode. The last episode, we just said we had 100 subscribers. So hopefully by the time this one comes out,
who knows?
we'll be even higher. So,
We
abs-
appreciate you guys.
always. So, welcome back to your favorite new podcast. I am your girl Sade, joined by my lovely co-host,
Maisha.
and this is the How You Doing podcast. So, friend, what's new? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling amazing because when this releases on June the 10th, it is actually Nyla J's Big JJ, her pre-K graduation. Time is flying.
Shout out to my girl.
I just had her yesterday.
Shout out
Literally
to
just
my
had her
girl.
yesterday. So I'm super excited. Some good things coming up for work too, that I'm going to be working on this week. Really can't talk about it, but it's good things. It's big things. It's starting to scare me. Which, as I previously spoke about, if your dreams don't scare you, you aren't dreaming big enough. So now I'm really getting scared because it's like new medical director coming in. He's trying to get me to utilize my doctorate in this role. So it's like, let me boost me up then, hype me up. So I'm feeling good. So I'm just going to keep advancing. More stress, but I'm looking forward to it. But how you doing?
That is great. I do know what you're working on, even though we
Yes,
can't talk about
we
it. So
can.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And I know that it's going to turn out amazing. And I know that you're anxious, Annie, but just calm yourself down. It's going to be amazing and it's going to be great to share that information with the world and allow people to see you in a different light and see your impact in the job that you do. So I'm super proud of you.
I appreciate it.
I am doing well. What you said this coming out Juneteenth.
June the 10th. Yeah.
June 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the time this comes out, I will be in Colombia, salsaing or
Can we do
something,
this?
and doing a little something, something.
Yeah. Smoking a cute,
Yeah,
a
it's
big
laid
one.
back, right? What Mama V say? And that's it. I'm done. That's
Yes.
it. I'm done. Drops mic.
Like a TKO.
Let it go
Let it
like
go
like a TKO. Drops mic.
And that's on Mama V.
And that's on Mama V. But I'm doing good, just working, of course, and being outside and balancing all the things. I'm excited that summer is finally approaching us. So I have plans to be on a lot of rooftops and a lot of brunches and a lot of dinners and girl time and trips and fun
And
things.
balconies.
Yeah, well, hopefully balconies. We're speaking that into existence. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't, ask somebody. Okay. Okay. Well, since I got my rant out last week about the sorry ass punk ass Saints, we can get back to our regular scheduled program for the girlies
Okay.
that do not subscribe to football. If you don't, y'all really should.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? But your man want to watch it, don't you want to watch it? They wear tight pants, there's some fine ones, but whatever.
It's something.
Needless to say, we're gonna keep it cute and we're gonna get back into our girl code back. So we're gonna talk about our little videos. So first one's first. Oh, that one is long. Okay, first one's first. Here we go. Let me start it over.
Code 101. If you FaceTime me, friend, and I put that camera in my face, my eyes get big, bitch, shut up. Shut it. You being too fat right now, and right now it's not the time to be talking about that. Now switch it up before you catch on. And I'm just gonna go.
What you think?
So for the people who might indulge in that, yeah, it's close to every conversation.
That's me. I'll be like,
To
I'm
every
out.
conversation.
I'm out. But honestly, I'm that friend. I'm the one that they don't put on speaker because who
Correct.
knows what I'm gonna say.
Correct.
So I'm the friend you probably like, yeah,
So I'm right now with the family.
yeah.
I'm right now doing these things.
Oh, I'll be like, oh, okay, tell the kids I said, call me later. I need that. But I'm girl code enough to be like, bitch, shut up.
It's so funny, Sade, because my mom is like that. Like she called me and she'll say, hey. And then I'm like, Mom, you got to tell her. Or if she's somewhere, she'll be like, I'm doing such and such right now. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
'Cause
this
she
ain't the
knows this
time.
mouth gets
Yeah,
crazy.
this ain't the time. I remember somebody's like, yeah, you ain't the first to ever call on speaker. So yes, if you FaceTime me and I'm like, yeah, girl.
Pull the glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, next one.
PSA to right now. This summer, if you in a relationship, your ass ain't hanging with me.
Oh.
Not hanging with me. You keeping your ass in that damn house with that man. Cause I'm not dealing with all of that. Cause I'm not coming home. I'm not coming home. I hate home, nigga.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to spend my nights after the club sitting in the driver's seat, duck back, parking lot, pimping. Hey, what you got going on, man? So I don't want to hear none of that. You fake. You shut up. Shit, your ass want to be in love? Stay in love. Cause when I was trying to be in love, I had to sit the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot.
What you
Okay.
think? I don't honestly agree.
So I already see this coming into fruition. It's happening in real time. So I think you're on that type of time because I have not been on a date with her outside of the podcast and Lord knows when. So I feel that you feel this way about me and I hate that for me.
I feel that you're full of shit. We haven't been out because I'm not driving way out here.
I don't mind driving to you.
You don't. But you have other things going on. And so I don't agree with that. I love my friends that are in relationships. I love my married friends. I don't agree. We can't go to 18 spots like me and my single friends because
You be outside.
I don't want them side-eyeing me.
Yeah.
Usually
and
I'm at home.
always advocate. You like, listen, friend, it's time to roll.
Yeah, give it you. we
Let's
can go to one or something. You sure you want to go? When we went to the movies, I'm like, we don't have to eat. Why? We're already here.
We
Get a
already
drink.
had a
Sit
nice
back.
little happy hour. Yeah.
So see,
We already out.
fellas, men's with women with single friends, it's crazy because me and my homegirl are just talking about that because like she's single but like she's dating and me and her kick it a lot and the guy she's dating was like, y'all are always outside, and I'm like, this nigga don't know me because I'm really not that. I'm the friend that'd be like, you probably should go on and check in with your man, and
sure.
my friends be like, they'll be fine, they got the kids, next spot. So I'm like, for what y'all watching, it don't be me.
It don't be.
It be your girls. But I don't agree with that girl code. I think that if you respect your friends' boundaries, then y'all can still go out. They don't have to. Now, if you know, like how she said, you trying to leave the club, go to the back seat, go to Waffle House, then yeah, you wouldn't invite your friend who is in a relationship because they can, or they have to have enough boundaries to be like, yeah, I can go to brunch, but when you go to the next spot, I need to take my ass home because that's disrespectful.
For sure.
So I think it plays its part on both.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last one.
To date, some people really get that pass and like, hey, go and date this guy that I used to date. They fall in love, everyone's happy, they're double dating, everyone's
I
good.
say that I guess it's some kind of unspoken girl code, but I think of this friend that I used to have who has dated everybody in Atlanta. And I say dated very loosely. And she was the type that was like selfish about it. She could have just DM'd somebody for 10 minutes and she's like, no, nobody can talk to him.
Oh.
Girl, Atlanta's already small. Like, it's slim pickings out here. And you want to be selfish because dude sent you a DM telling you was pretty. Y'all was not in love. This man ain't ever hit it on a drunk night. Like, what are we talking about? Girls like that, I don't even want to be friends with you because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Areas of gray here.
Yeah, I
in
agree.
that situation, the way that she kind of explained it, I certainly understand. But it is girl codes to dating who your friend dated.
I agree.
Dated is a loose term.
Right.
So if y'all were in a
Committed.
relationship, coming around a family, that's how you met that person, off limits, off top.
What if it was like a sneaky link, but they did it? and then, like they never dated.
I've been in situations like that.
It's never committed.
Yeah.
And then, years later, let's say like maybe in high school or college, they dated, it was sneaky link. But then you meet the person 10 years later. You're privy that, him and your friend had sexual encounter, sneaky link. But now
you gotta
y'all
run
are
it by
actually
you gotta run it by the friend.
I agree.
Because if not, then it gets messy. 'Cause,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. If you
like, even if the friend is like, we did something and the person let's say your girlfriend didn't know about it. Like you and the guy, like, it was good. Maybe he came to you, like, I'm trying to talk to them. All parties need to know.
Yeah, I agree.
Before you move forward, because it can be a
sticky.
situation.
Yeah, if I feel like it's an absolute no if they dated. If they were dating, their relationship is committed. If it was maybe a little encounter, like you said, approach your friend. Hey, this, I know it was 10 years ago, but he's trying to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel?
And if he starts bringing that girl up every time, motherfucker, please, what are we doing here?
Spin the block and get off of my street.
Correct.
Spin the block and get off my street.
Yes, but if he's genuinely like, I've been trying to get to know you, like I've been, you should be able to.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially if the friend is okay with it.
Right. Well, our episode today is talking about love languages.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
And we have our shirts.
Yeah.
That say what our love languages are.
Reciprocity.
Yes.
Is my love language. Also, iced coffee is my love language. Snacks are my love language. Traveling is her love language. We have a ton of them.
We have a ton. But we want to know what love is.
I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me. That's the only part I know. I want to feel what love is.
Yeah, they hit that. Who was that singer?
Mm-hmm. White people. So we sent each other the love language quiz. So we're going to discuss like what our results were and how we show up and reciprocate in love in all our relationships, not just romantic, but just friendships and all other ones, and where there is room for growth. So I will share my results first.
Okay.
Which I knew my results would be. So my top love language is quality time. I got 32% there.
Okay.
My next one is words of affirmation. I got 29% there. Acts of service was 29%. Why is it still playing? Sorry, y'all. 29%. Gifts was 6%.
Wow.
Receiving gifts, which people will probably be shocked to know, but
because you like to give.
Yeah, I'm more of a gift giver than a receiver. Oh, sorry, no, physical touch was 6%, and receiving gifts was 3%.
Yikes.
How
do you feel about that?
I think it's good. I think I'm more of a quality time person. Like I really get fulfilled by spending time with people I love and care about. Hence, like I just said, summer is about going to brunch and dinners and enjoying traveling in spaces with people I love and care about, whether it's romantic, whether it's friends, whether it's family. I love that quality time. I love to create and curate memories, so I'm not surprised that quality time is my top one.
Yeah.
Acts of service, I'm not surprised that that's another top one for me, because like Naisha said, I love gift giving. I love doing for others, because making other people feel seen, heard, or feel appreciated does something for me. And then words of affirmation, I didn't used to think that I needed that, but in my adult life, I do realize that I do need reassurance. And maybe sometimes, like, if someone's like, oh, I like you, or I think you're beautiful, I'm always like, why? Like, I need the reassurance. I need the explanation.
Why do you think you need that, though?
I don't know. I think that it makes, maybe I'm trying to tell myself that they really mean it. You know, like, I need concrete evidence. You know, like, if someone's just like, oh, I like you, and I'm like, why? Oh, because you're a vibe. Why? You know, like, oh, because you're this. It's like, I think I need a little bit of more explanation in order for it to be believable, which is not necessarily fair to them, because that's their feelings.
Yeah.
So someone should be able to say like, hey, this is how I feel about you, and that should be enough for me.
Correct.
But I think sometimes I crave that extra affirmation, like even if someone's like, oh, I'm proud of you, or you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes I don't do that for myself, so I need to hear it sometimes from others. I knew physical touch would be, because I don't like it. And gift giving, I'm a gift receiving. I love a good gift now. Don't get me wrong. I love a good date, a gift, but I don't think that's how you win me over. I think I'm less materialistic than people may think because I have nice things and
But you do a lot of those nice things for
right,
yourself.
right. So I think people are probably like, "What? You always talking about flying out and I do.
Yeah.
I would love that, but I think that for me, like someone would be able to get me more if they weren't like, oh, I'm flying you out or doing things if they're more emotionally in tune or we spent quality time because they planned something that they know I liked. I think that would get my attention more because I feel like if you have money, you could spend it. That takes nothing. It's already there. Like if you already got the money, like, here, go buy this. There's no
Yeah.
thought into it.
I
Versus if
agree.
we're talking about something and you're like, I remember on the pod, maybe you said you like flowers. I remember when in conversation you said you used to like this and you show up with that, then it's like you're
Yeah.
listening, we're spending in quality time, and I'm reassured in getting that reciprocity.
For sure. For sure. You broke it down. But for me, I scored highest in acts of service.
I can see that.
Big time. I'm
Yeah.
huge on that. But
What was your percent?
33%.
Oh wow.
But that whole breakdown that you got, I don't have all that. For some reason, it's just showing me that was the highest one that I had at 33%.
Oh, you didn't have the little thing that looked like that?
No, it said I had to pay for the profile.
Oh no, I think I just took a picture of it. That's why.
Oh,
okay.
real? I
When
shoulda did that.
when it first did it,
Mhm.
you remember what your other one was?
No, I don't remember all of them.
I know physical touch probably low for you.
Low for me for sure because and I'm trying to work on that, right? That's why I'm asking you, why do you think?
About physical touch?
Yeah.
Well, it was crazy. I had therapy a few weeks ago, and I was talking to her about like someone who's trying to pursue me, and I was saying like, oh, this person's super intentional. They reciprocate. They do all things that I claim that I want, but yet I'm still hesitant. And she was like, well, why do you think that is? And I said, I don't know. I'm thinking it's me because if I say, she's like, well, are you attracted to them? And I was like, yeah, we have a good chemistry, whatever. And then she was like, well, I have a hypothesis of 3 reasons. And I was like, okay.
Let's hear.
She was like, first, I think that you're very secure and happy in your independence. And you're afraid that if you date someone or if you commit, because I was saying like the person told me like they think I have commitment issues. And I said, I do. I agree. I think I do as well.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think that you're scared to lose that freedom. You're scared to lose that space that you have. So then that's one. She's like, 2, a lot of people are scared if they take the risk of falling in love that the person might leave them. She said, that's not you. You're afraid. You think that you're going to leave them. So you're kind of trying to protect them because you know how you are. And sometimes you're flighty or you don't really want to commit. So then you're scared you might leave them. And, because people they like you and they care about you and you might leave them. I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, well, tell me about your parents. And I was like, well, they were married however 25 years, whatever, before they divorced. And then she's like, what did that look like? And I was like, I knew that they had a great partnership, but I don't visually remember like affection and love.
Yeah.
And she was like, and so I was like, I that's something I have to learn. But it's like when you're in your 30s, it's uncomfortable. It's not like when people are like, oh, my dad got up every morning, gave my mom a kiss and a hug. Like, I didn't see that.
Right.
I knew they loved each other, and I know, but I'm like, it wasn't like holding hands and things like that. So I'm like, all those things in my adulthood are things that I'm learning,
Wow.
but it's uncomfortable because it's not something I'm used to, you
For
know?
sure.
And I think if you're intrinsically like that, it may work. Because my sister's very affectionate, even though we grew up in the same house, but that may be intrinsically who
That's
she
her
is.
thing, yeah.
But I'm like, for me, it's not. So it's like I have to actively try to hold your hand or to be lovey and PDA in public. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now, I know that it's important. If you have a partner and they want to love on you, it's rude of you to be like, don't touch me. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm not used to that.
But I think you can overcome that too.
No, for sure. You can.
You can.
I have.
Yeah.
In certain instances, but it's like it's active. It's not natural.
And I think a part of my hesitation with the PDA is like, are we doing this for us or are we doing it for somebody else?
Right.
Because I had a situation before where this guy, he would come around his friends and like, oh, this is my guy. I'm like,
you're doing a lot.
What's happening here?
Right. You're doing a lot.
Am I the cover up?
Right.
So my mind instantly went there,
Right.
Sade. So it's absolutely logical that maybe that disconnect happened from an experience.
Yeah.
And then the thought process of this don't feel right. So now I'm guarded. I'm
Yeah.
gonna block it.
Yeah.
But we need to be more receptive because everybody is so different.
They are.
You know,
They
and
are.
and to your point of what type of household, I don't really think I grew up with my mom and dad holding hands and kissing and
Right.
I don't know if
I
grew
don't
up
know. And I hear people's stories like that, and I'm like, I knew my parents loved each other, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
But was affection
Yeah.
part of it? And I think that makes a difference.
Now,
Yeah.
if my mom and dad are looking at this, yes, mom and dad now.
Yeah,
I
they're
see
very
that
lovey.
more. They're very
Even-
lovey-dovey. But when we were growing up, I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah. And I
Um,
think, like you said, there's two things too. I think all that is true, but then I also think, like you said, sometimes people like to call us out on our lack of affection or
For sure.
emotion.
Oh yeah.
But like you said,
They
a
weaponize
lot
it.
of that comes as a consequence of how you interacted with me. So there has been times where I've
Big time.
dated someone and they were just so lovey to me that I wanted to give it back. Even though it's not my natural, it was just like it felt good.
Yeah.
And then there was people like you said, I feel like they wanted to be lovey after they didn't piss me off or played with me. And then so now it's like a trauma response for me. I don't want to hold your hand. Like you were just disrespectful to me the day before, or you just made me feel a certain type of way.
Mhm.
So now you want to be like, "Oh, you're mean. There's no intimacy, there's no love." Or even friends, like you want to tell my business and talk shit about me and then be like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" No. Like so and it's peaks and valleys. Like I understand that I'm not an affectionate person, but I do know that I have the capacity
You
to
do.
be
Absolutely.
if need be. But if you play in my fucking face, then you can forget about it.
Correct.
I'm not
Good
hugging-
night, Dick.
Yeah, I'm not hugging you. I'm not kissing you. I'm not having sex with you if it's romantic, if it's a friend.
Yeah.
I'm not pretending like we're good. Hey, I'm very matter of fact. Everything's fine. Like we're not going to pretend like you didn't just play in my face and you don't want to acknowledge that.
Until you acknowledge it, and then even when you acknowledge it, you cannot hold me to how I feel.
Exactly. And
Now.
you cannot hold me to my response.
No.
If I don't want to be around you, friend, romantic, family member, this
Correct.
is not all just, then that's on you.
Correct.
And I get the choice.
Mhm.
I get the choice to be that way. So I think that our love languages align with who we are as people.
Yeah. for sure.
So based on your results, do you feel like the best relationships in your life have played into acts of service?
I think so. Because I feel, you mean like how I receive those
Yeah.
relationships? I think so. I know Brian will say he'll get frustrated that I constantly ask for things, but this is how I feel the most love.
Right.
Yeah, so I might not need the quality time. I might not need the gift. I might not need the physical touch. But if I'm getting, can you do that? Oh, when you do that, it really makes me happy. Can you add that? But I can also see, Sade, how that can feel overwhelming for someone.
Right.
Like, Maisha, you add more shit to my list. But to me, that's how I
Right.
receive love.
Right. And that's how you give it. Do you feel like that's how you give it as well?
Hell no.
You receive it, but you don't give it.
What do I give mostly? That's a good question.
I think
I don't know.
being a friend of yours,
Quality
I would say time.
time. Time is the
You-
best valuable gift I
You-
can give.
You definitely give good quality time,
That's the best
that-
gift I can give.
which is crazy because that's, like acts of,
Yeah.
you're definitely a quality time person.
But I want more of people giving me services.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus-
So it's
so to feel- it's
different for
opposite.
me. Yeah.
Um,
How about you?
So what was mine? Quality time. I think, I feel like my best relationships, friendships were premised off quality time.
Always.
And acts of service is right up there with it. And I feel like that's how I receive love the most, and that's how I give it as well. I feel
Mhm.
like I do a lot of acts of service,
You do.
and I give a lot of quality time. Like I'm gonna curate time to spend so I feel like they go hand in hand. So how I want to be loved is also how I give love.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't always necessarily align with how a person receives love.
Receives it.
Like I'm giving you what I want to give, but if your thing is physical touch, maybe,
Yes.
then you're going to be like, this bitch doesn't like me. She barely will rub let me rub her arm. But for me, I'm like, I'm showing up.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm doing this, and they're like, none of that matters
Yeah.
to me. So I think that it's
Yeah.
hard, and I think it's important for any relationship that has sustainability
To
that you
take the
figure
quiz.
out
Yeah.
not only what you give that makes you feel loved, but how that person feels loved.
Yeah, yeah, it's good in a relationship too, especially when you first start dating. But then retake the quiz
Yeah,
because people change so
yeah,
much.
exactly.
You know. Now, in terms of when you feel the most loved, when is that?
I think when I'm seen and I'm heard,
Yeah.
I feel the most loved. Like when I feel safe, I feel the
Ooh,
most
that's a
loved.
good one,
Like
yeah.
when I'm able to just peel the layers, like I don't have to be the hyper independent, all have it together person, and I can just be like, "Hey, friend, I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm going through something." I feel really loved because I'm bearing it all. I don't have to be like, yeah, everything's fine, like how I operate normally.
Yeah.
Or if I'm dating someone, I can be like, hey, I didn't really like it when you did that. And they say, hey, let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
work on that. And I'm like, wow, you see me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not arguing with me about why I shouldn't feel that way. You're telling me I acknowledge how you feel. So I think I feel the most loved when I can be safe and I'm seen. What about you?
Love it. I feel very similar to that. Or if I tell you something and you don't bring it up to weaponize it, that's huge for me.
Yeah.
I want to be an open book. I want to be transparent, but I need a safe space to do
Right.
so.
And if you're bringing it up, it's not a safe space. You're putting it in a vault
Mm-hmm.
instead of you're putting it in there to take it back out instead of just leaving it there.
And that leads me to my next. I feel least loved
When you,
when I might come to you with something and
you bring
it's,
it back up.
yeah, if you bring it back up, I'm never going to fucking come to you again
Right.
about that. But then that's not a good relationship.
No.
Friendship, romantic relationship, what have you, like with anybody.
Right.
Because I don't feel that capacity, I don't feel that safe space to divulge that information.
Right.
If I don't have it, how can we operate on a higher level? We're surface.
Right. And that's not good.
And doing surface shit can only get you but so far.
Right.
I'm surface with my coworkers. I'm
Yeah.
surface with, people on the street.
Yeah, there's
I
no
need
depth.
you need to go deeper. So I feel like I feel least loved when I can't be transparent. So I just want to be open. I want to be myself. Like I want to have a good time, but be respectful. So I think it's important to let people be their authentic self.
I agree. I think I feel least love saying when I'm not seen, when I'm not heard, when I don't feel safe, when you, like you said, when you weaponize, like if I tell you something and you bring it back up, or I feel judged, or I feel like then it's like I'm already a person who operates in a tough exterior. I'm already a person
Yeah.
who struggles with vulnerability. So if I let you in there and then
Yeah.
you throw it back on me, then it's like, oh, you hate me in my brain. Like there's no way that you can care about me. You have to hate me because
Yeah.
if you know me and we got to the point that I'm vulnerable, so you know how hard it was for me to
Yeah.
open up, and
Yeah.
now later you're like, remember that time? I'm like,
Wait a minute.
oh wow,
Yeah.
like there's no way you care about me at all. Because like even if you want to go talk about it to somebody else, sure, but the fact that you're gonna throw it in my face, it's like, oh, you don't love me, you don't even like me, because
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
We answered that one already. So if you could change a single thing about your life, what would it be? Why would you change it?
I would probably change the fact that I have to get up every single day and go to work. Monday through Thursday, rather. I think about this. I fantasize about this. I fantasize about just having slow mornings, traveling around the world, me, the kids, whatever, and just enjoying life. I fantasize about that.
I think we all do.
So getting up and going to work every day, I would certainly change that.
I don't know what I would change.
And I would do more of this.
I think I would change. I definitely would change the hyper independence. I would have a 3-day work week for sure.
Oh, easily.
And-
Not 12 hours
No,
either.
3 10s. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, have every Friday and Monday off,
Absolutely.
and just live my best life, making $1 million,
Yeah.
and then working when I wanted to. And I would like change a little bit of my mind frame, like that perfectionist, that only child mentality, because I really I feel like I'd be fighting my own self. Like I really would just like to wake
Yeah.
up and be like, just chill the fuck out. Like,
But it's also how you got to that level.
It is,
that
but it's so
discipline.
exhausting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just be wanting to be like, bitch, chill the fuck
Yeah.
out. Like, you don't want to have to always, like, fight yourself to
I got
chill
that.
out. So
I
I
got
think
that.
I would just be like, a little bit of each. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, not a bum, but
Yeah.
like, maybe just turn it off 3
Just a
days a
little
week.
bit.
Just wake up and be like, wow, you want to do nothing? Great. Not like, there's this you could do. So I
Right.
definitely, like, just lay your shit back.
I
Like,
love it.
lay your shit back.
Now, I have a more realistic and fun question.
Okay.
If you were writing a song about your life, what would the style of music be?
It would be like an R&B.
Okay.
Like, it would be like very sultry, very neo soul.
Sure.
Like, start like real sexy.
Uh-huh.
But then, you know, as you get to the bridge, have more depth.
Okay.
And then just like vibe. Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's
nice
me.
vibe.
Like, I feel like people who don't know me are probably like very curious. Like, who is she? It
Mhm.
gives the very like mysterious thing. So, like, when
Yeah.
the song starts, you'll be like, huh, what is this?
Right.
And then as you keep riding, you're like, oh, this is
Okay.
a good time. Because, you
Okay.
know, like, that's me. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
know me, resting bitch face, I'm not friendly. But then, like, soon as you be like, hey, you know, I'm like,
The
hey, nice
sweetest
to meet
person.
you.
Yeah, because
We
that's what I encountered, the rest of it.
We're,
I saw her and I was like,
yeah, not giving. It's crazy. Because even my friend that I always kick it with now that
Yeah.
we're always out,
yeah.
we talk like, I was like, when I seen you working in the OR, I was not friendly. Like, because for one, she looks young, but she's
Yeah.
older than me. But
You showed me.
so,
I did hug her to get
Yeah.
the fountain of youth.
yeah, she looks so young. So
Yeah,
I
she
thought she
does.
was young. So I'm like, I'm not hanging out with no young ass
Yeah.
20-year-old.
Correct.
So then I'd be standoffish. And then she'd be like, oh, I'm new to the area. And I'd be like, oh, you can go here, but it's for aunties. I don't know if that's your thing.
and
And
she's like, bitch, I'm on.
right. And I was like, oh, wow. But, you know, like, I think it'll be like very
Mhm.
sultry because I feel like I'm a vibe. Like, if we go somewhere, we're going to have a good
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure everyone around us have a good time.
Yes.
And it's not nothing too crazy. Even though I like ratchet, I feel like my aura, it's going to be something like, you don't know what you're going to get, but once it gets to that bridge, you're like,
Yeah.
I can fuck with this. I can ride with it.
Yeah.
What about you?
The country for sure.
You're crazy, but yeah.
Country for sure.
Yeah,
Country
it's you.
is like my. I wasn't joking at your Galentine's. I love country music now.
It looks like you do. And it fits you perfectly because they always talking about some bullshit and that's what you do.
Country music, I love it.
What the song gonna talk about?
Well, I don't know. We might start off with just a crazy day of what I had to do,
Yeah.
and then I just had to go kick back kick back with my peepaw, my mama, and we just got shit cracking. So
That is
my
definitely
mind,
you. That is definitely you.
ADHD to a T.
That's definitely you.
Country music
Yeah.
to me.
Because
I
you've been
love
wanting to
all
wear
the different-
ashless chaps for years
Hello.
with no ass
And
to
you
come
won't-
out of it.
You won't let me. You said if I come up here with some assless chaps on, you are going to just shut the
Yeah,
operation down.
we are. But I can see
And
it
my
being country.
cowgirl hat.
You-
Wait until you see these videos from Cancun. No, by the time this come out, y'all can all see it because it's gonna be out. But I'm gonna have my cowgirl hat and everything.
you-
Definitely country music.
yeah, I see
That's
that
a
because
vibe.
they're always on some shit, and that's
And
definitely
there's
you.
always something going on. You like, what the fuck did she just say?
Yeah, that's gonna be you. Went to work, then hit a deer, and then took
Oh,
a
dear.
had a drink. Like, ma'am,
I ended up at the bar.
where is the plot of the song?
It's
though?
no plot because my mind is scrambled. ADHD, I'm going a million miles a
That's
minute every
definitely-
day.
that's-
That is me.
Yeah,
Country
agree.
me down.
I agree.
Mhm.
What brings you the most pleasure in life? Pastimes, hobbies. What dips into that?
I-
Your love language.
Well, I think previously I probably would have said spending time with the kids, right? However, I am truly enjoying this.
Yeah,
Like, this is my favorite hobby.
you're invested, baby. You are,
I love it so much. Like,
and it's
who knew?
crazy. Who knew? You knew, because I was absolutely not.
But this, I think, too, has strengthened our relationship.
Yeah.
Because,
I feel like we were close regardless, but I think that it allowed us to be more vulnerable in a different space.
different,
And it-
especially you, because
Yeah,
I'll cry
yeah,
drop it
we
down.
know. It allowed us to open up even for the world, but of course,
Yeah.
it allowed us to see each other as partners.
Yeah, for sure.
And our capacities for sure. And it's great. I mean, I always thank you because I'm like, this is all you. When people are like, how did it come about? That was Maisha, because I told her hell no a million times and she cussed me out a million times. Finally, I'm like, okay, let's just do this shit.
I wouldn't want to do it with
And I
anybody
was like,
else in
it's
the
gonna
world.
be, it's whatever. But then once we came here and, you know, the feedback that we get and people really enjoy it and we enjoy it, like not biased, because I think we're both very tough critics on each other, but we literally sit here and watch it too. And I watch it and I enjoy it and I
Yeah.
rewatch it and I'm laughing like I don't know it's me
Correct.
and I don't know it's her. And like it's crazy because like even when she came to the bar like last month and everyone's like, hey, why shall we watch
Yeah.
the bar? Like
Yeah.
my friends and everyone just enjoys it. So
Yeah.
I would have to.
And I was stumbling in there because I had left a bottomless brunch
You were
with the
drunk
drag
as
queen.
fuck. You were toe down.
Wasn't driving, guys. Never drink and drive. However, I will say, your friend Sade, again, everybody's just so welcoming. I think I grabbed somebody else's ass.
Probably Lisa's or Raven. No, Raven, because she do got.
I grabbed somebody else's butt and I said, "Big booty Judy."
Yeah.
It's never disrespect. It's always love.
No, they. You know I don't.
And
play that.
I just I gave everybody a hug. Everybody's just so nice.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
They're
that.
good.
That's because you're a good person.
Yeah, but I will say I want you to start opening up to making more friends.
Well, I have good friends in my circle that I like.
I know.
And
but
you know,
you're not open to new people.
But here's the deal. I've been cutting people off so much.
I know, but you're not open to new friends.
I'm open. Okay, this is 2025. This is the year of new friends.
Because you're a great friend, even though you said you're not, but you are. So I think that.
You know, I was on the no new friends for
I
so
know.
long.
I know, and I hate that for you.
I hate that too. So
And it's
okay.
crazy because every time you come around my friends, you're chatting and loving them up, and I'm like,
But I don't have to commit to that. It's like my
you love
friendship.
to talk, so I
Okay,
can understand.
Guys, I'm gonna give y'all an analogy. My friendship circle is similar to Sade and her dating. Right? So like I'm married and Sade's very much happy single. And I'm like, Sade, why don't you start dating? And she's like, I don't know about that. I very much like outside. And you're like, get new friends. It's good. It's lovely here. You're going to love it. And I'm like, I don't know. So we just need to kind of
merge. We need to merge.
And we're going to, it's like that pie. You know, that's...
Well, I've been going on a few dates. So that means you need to get a few friends. Not few. Good quality ones.
Yeah, because it's never about the number.
No, it's about... I'm blessed to have a lot of good friends.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that, and I do understand that.
And I told you, I literally, but yes, it's definitely a friendship that I'm like, I'm working on building again.
Yeah.
Because it's like worth building, and they've been super intentional. So,
I think that's good.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think back to the question for sure. Like,
yeah,
pleasure in life is, you know, of course, I love hanging out with my friends. I love traveling. Hobbies. This has definitely become more than just a hobby. It's like our brand.
Yeah.
It's become our brand, and it's our baby. And, you know, we're really invested in it. And it's great to see, like, the fruits of our labor when the videos do well. And just to have our mothers on there.
That was so nice.
And that's great. And for all the other mothers that are friends of ours and theirs to just be so welcoming. It's definitely more than a hobby, but it's something that I feel like is bringing both of us joy, and we're getting the reciprocity from it thanks to all of you. So we appreciate that.
Yes.
What was your greatest accomplishment in life, and who made that possible?
It has to be Brian, because my
your
kids.
children. I was gonna say that
for sure. I mean, honestly, like I never knew I wanted to be a mom, and then to do it twice, it was like, who's gonna take care of these kids?
You, when you do great.
That was crazy. But I want to say for sure, because I believed that, you know, like I can't love somebody more than I love myself. I've truly believed that initially, and then it's like you have these kids, and you're like, yes, I love you so much, but I still have to
love you,
because it's not possible.
Right.
We preach that. Go back to all the we talk about that all the time.
So
you. I would just say yes. My greatest accomplishment are my girls, and who helped me? My one and only Brian Furr.
My greatest accomplishment, I mean, I guess it would be getting my doctorate. It's just living out what I always said I would do. You know, I think my greatest accomplishment is being who I was destined to be.
Absolutely.
And I just sit in, and even when people tell me that, like people write me all the time, you just say this in high school, you say this, and I think, sure. and who made that possible is God and my family and my friends. Like, of course, I would be remiss to act like I just woke up and did all these things alone.
Yeah.
Of course, I have an amazing support system, and my parents sacrificed a lot. You know, my sister, very supportive.
Yeah.
She used to be my patient in school, and we go through this shit, and she'd be with me, my friends, when I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm over it, you know. So
Yeah.
I think that that's the greatest accomplishment. Like when you feel like there's something that you're meant to do and you do it, no matter how long it takes, that's a great accomplishment. And
I agree.
shout out to baby Jesus, because you know he does all things and makes
He does
it all,
all things.
and he makes it possible.
And you put the hard work in, and I know, like, even in nursing school when we met and you were talking about what you wanted to do, like, it was a trend to like go on and get your master's and do this other thing, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to run the course because I know what I'm doing. That's not my testimony.
Right.
I know what y'all doing, but I'm going to keep on going
Right.
this path.
Yeah.
You know, so just sticking into it. I mean, sticking with it. You did that.
Yeah.
You did it.
Flowers. All right, y'all know we love a good game, so we brought the boards back. So we're gonna test how well we know each other. So we're gonna say the thing, and you're gonna say, we're gonna put it up, either hated it or loved it, based on my answer, and I'm gonna put based on your answer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, receiving gifts. So what do I hate it or do I love it?
I say love it.
Yeah, I say you love it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. So we both got those. Volunteering to help others. Definitely.
Yeah. Forehead kisses.
Definitely.
Okay.
Love it. Both love it.
We love everything.
Plant dates. Oh, shit. I should have put loved it for you. Hated it for me.
Oh, I put this for you. You don't like plant dates?
Plant dates? Oh, no, yes. I want a plant date. I
Yeah.
don't want a spontaneous date.
Yeah, plant.
So for you, definitely, yeah. For me,
love it. Yeah, okay.
Love it.
Hugs and kisses.
For you. I'm going to say yes for you.
Maybe.
You said you
Maybe.
liked it.
What about you?
To kiss.
Hated it?
Hated it. I'm working on it though, guys. Healing, not healed.
Okay, being outside for you?
Very much so.
Yeah, I love it.
Very much so, for sure.
I don't think it's you.
Well,
You're medium.
I think, honestly, even if I was single, I would probably hate it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, you get overstimulated until you get drunk. Then you don't want to go inside.
I just got a shirt that says overstimulated.
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
so overstimulated.
You be like, what's going on? What's going on? But then once you get drunk, you be like, okay, I'm ready to keep going. But yeah, definitely hated it. That's
like
not your
Norva with that wine.
Yeah, that's you. Okay, staying inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that too. Y'all see that? Loved it. I do love
Yes,
being
because
inside.
you've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
do enjoy
inside enjoying that the bills that you're paying. And
being booed up.
flowers. Moving right.
Yeah,
Flowers.
for you, do you like flowers? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah. Do you like flowers?
No, they die too fast.
Damn, I
But
got
I
one.
said
wrong.
loved it for you.
Yeah, I do. Everybody knows I love it. Opening doors.
It's general
Gentleman-like,
respect.
yeah, yeah, for
It's
sure.
respect. Being
Flued
flued out.
I mean, you're married, so that doesn't really apply.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like flying myself out. I don't know if I really want to be flued out because you might be butt naked and expecting something. And unless you have, what's his name?
Who?
Bill Gates money. Then
Yeah. And that was a conversation too. Like these women who were being flued out, they were like, "Well, is that sex trafficking?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but also too, it puts the pressure on the young lady to perform and do whatever they want to do. Buy your own ticket.
Yeah.
Then when y'all get there,
Yeah.
y'all can just.
So
enjoy.
I like flying out, but I don't know if I want to be flued out.
Correct.
I would say hated it. for
Correct.
flued out.
Okay.
Unless like we're dating, but if you like,
Right.
yeah, I want to fly you out, because then it's like I got to stay where you want me to stay.
Yeah.
I got to do everything you want to do, and it's like, yeah, I ain't trying to
Yeah.
do that.
Nah.
Positive affirmations.
Yes.
Yes.
And you give that so much. I'm trying to do better with sending you some too. So my current positive affirmation. This is the shit I'm on every day I wake
Yeah,
up.
say it because it
I'm
was good.
healthy, happy, wealthy, and rich with a whole lot of dinero.
Ching, ching, ching.
I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, rich with a whole lot of
Dinero.
yes, dinero, money, pesos, whatever you want to say, however you say it in your language. You're healthy, happy, wealthy,
And a lot of dinero.
done a lot. And money is attracted to me, and I'm attracted to money. So let's receive all of these blessings.
Amen. Amen. All right. We doing these other questions or you want to do the health tip?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask you one
Okay.
one of
We-
those
yeah.
questions because we're gonna get wrapped up in a second.
Okay.
What is the biggest red flag I give off?
You?
The biggest red flag.
Damn. Your biggest red flag is I think you underestimate yourself too much.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think like you pop your shit. I think like and I'm very humble. I'm very humble, but I think the biggest red flag I would think is like you don't know what you're capable of. Like you always be like, "Oh, I don't know," or "I'm not sure," and it's like, why? Why can't you do that? Why can't you be that? Like, why are you that? And I think you allow like others'
Yeah.
thoughts of you to really sink in. Like, so I think the red flag is like you allow what other people feel or project to sink into you, and then then you move different. You know,
Yeah.
instead of just being like, "Fuck you," that's not what I am. Like you'll be like,
That's not my
well,
testimony.
well, maybe, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, maybe not. Like they don't
Yeah.
know, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I think like,
So
that's a
it's
red
given
flag.
John B. Don't listen to
Yeah,
what the people say.
They don't know.
So I appreciate that. I do. Like my therapist actually said, I'm a black and white. I have that type of brain function.
Mhm.
Like, is either all this or is all that.
Yeah, it's no middle with you.
Is no middle. And I was like, shit, that's me.
Yeah. You're
Go
like,
ahead and
either
write
I'm
me
going to
then.
succeed or I'm going to fail. There's no like, hey, I might fail, but then I get back up and then I come back up.
Correct.
You're just like, oh, it didn't work, fuck it. And it's kind of like, why?
Yeah.
That's not how life
And
works.
hence, the friendship thing. Because
Yeah.
it's like, the friendships that I had to cut off, that shit is painful, but I can't get stuck there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I never took a chance, I mean,
Yeah. Where would you be, boo boo?
where would I be?
You wouldn't be touching all this ass.
No, I would not. No, I asked you that about me, but read me number 6.
For me?
For you.
I know the answer. Am I more likely to cheat or get cheated on?
Definitely not get cheated on because who?
I mean, it's
Why?
happened.
What happened?
does.
Who do I have to check? But I would say neither, because that's not your testimony.
Oh, wow. Look at God. She's such a great friend. I agree. Neither.
I don't know why
Amen.
this question made it to the chat.
We're going to be loyal, faithful,
Or loyal to the soil.
soil to the soil. Roll us to the tip. Health
The
tip.
health tip. So we were in May. We were enjoying the mothers that we had on. We appreciate you guys again. Ran those numbers right up. We appreciate it, especially Mama V with the
Kill that nigga.
Let It Go TKO. And we moved right into the bedroom. You saw us in our silk pajamas with the lights off, just having a time and cutting up with that. So with that being said, I want to shed light on the fact that the month of May was Mental Health Awareness Month. I didn't get a chance to talk about it just because of the other things. So I do want to take a chance to speak about it this week because we are huge health advocates, mental health advocates. As you know, we speak about it all the time, about our personal therapy and the growth and develop that we're working on to kind of get into these spaces of being better women in general. So, with that being said, finding a good therapist that aligns with you is just as important as finding a good romantic relationship, a good romantic partner. You wouldn't just go out and just say, oh, yeah, I guess so. That's the first person that courted me. I'm with this person. No, you're going to take your time. You're going to test them out. You're going to date around. That's how a therapist is. Just kind of shop around, see who's aligning with your overall your goals,
Mhm.
because sometimes the therapists that I've met in the past, I was like, not feeling this. So find a good therapist and it'll all align. So choose wisely before you lock in. And then I also want people to understand that it's still a huge stigma with mental health. And that will prevent some people from finding it. But I just want to tell everybody, just keep these things in mind, when it comes to not getting therapy, because it's little masks you'll put on, little band-aids to fix the problem. In the words of my good sis Solange, I'm gonna just take y'all back real quick. Try to drink it away. I tried to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I tried to change it with my hair. I ran my credit bill up. Hit that note, girl. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away. But what that do, Solange? But that just made me even sadder. Yes. So that was Cranes in the Sky. Still hits in 2016. Still hits in 2025. That shit is on repeat all the time. So basically, what Solange was saying through the squeaking I just did, because she hit them motherfucking notes, was, you can drink, you can go out, you can party, you can, shop. If that's your testimony, that's your testimony. I'm not judging you, because I, too, like to go online and just stalk. So you can do all of these things, but if you don't get to the root cause of what is causing you this turmoil, you will not fix anything. Those are just band-aids on the problems. So we just want you to make sure that you get the help that you need and that you deserve. And it's nothing wrong with working your mental health. Just like you work out for fitness, just like you take your medication if you need it, mental health is a real thing, guys. Do not weaponize it. Do not let other people make you seem crazy. You say, yeah, I might need some help, and that's okay. I'm good with that. And we just want to say, stay blessed out there. And that is it for my health tip today.
I love that. I love that. Our Dizzle devotion today, on today's episode, we talked about our love language and how we feel supported and how we want to be loved. But I pose a question to all of you, including myself. What is our love language for ourselves? How do we show up for ourselves? Do you show up scared? Do you show up small? Do you show up intimidated? Do you show up defeated? Do you show up unsure? If you answered yes to any of these questions that I just asked, I question to ask you, like, why? And I'm sure we all could answer yes to some of them. How is that we can all dictate how we want someone to love us, but we don't even love ourselves the same? You crave reciprocity, but do you reciprocate grace, love, and honor within yourself? Do you handle yourself with care because you are fragilely made by God and you have this coating that is not easily broken? Do you preserve yourself from those who don't value you? Do you stand up for yourself in the wake of mistreatment? Do you honor your boundaries and take up space in places that people expect you to be small? Most of us would say no to this, and that is the challenge for you as you enter this week. God sacrificed everything to admonish your sins. He believed you were worthy of all things, yet you yourself don't believe that for yourself. Let your love language be self-preservation, self-worth, and self-honor. God, I pray the person listening and watching this today knows that you cannot expect thy neighbor to love you and show up for you when you don't even show up for yourself. Let them evaluate the love language from within so that they will blossom and provide acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts, physical touch, and quality time within themselves. Because in order to value the true love language of others, you must first explore the love language within the most important person in the room, which is you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
And in the words of Sister Lauren Hill, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? It's a valid question.
You cannot.
You can't. So we just want to say thank you. And we want to say thank you to our listeners. Until next time, we want you to stay healthy, curious, but most of all, be inspired. And remember, we always ask others how they're doing, but don't forget to check in with how
you doing. And as always, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok, all how you doing _ and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.